Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to retrofit wireless charging to your E90 BMW. I bought this from ECS Tuning. It's made by InBay. Goes for about $50 and it's a universal kit. You have your documentation. You have tap connectors, the harness, the wireless charger itself, it's a 3-coil, and a rubber mat to place your phone. So I'm planning to install this where the ashtray goes in the car from the factory. So let's go ahead and remove that piece first. Disconnect your iDrive controller if you have one. Disconnect the electrical connector for the cigarette lighter. Let's bring that piece to the bench. Using a T10 to remove these screws on the side of the ashtray. So as you can see, I have an S20 Plus here and it fits right through that spot, so that's perfect. Ideally, I'd want it to kind of sit in this area and not necessarily move around while driving. So I'd like it to fall in this area. Here's the charger itself. And as you can see, it's way short. So what would be good would be to put a flat piece of something here and then glue this to it using the supply tape and just lay the rubber mat on top of whatever flat piece you put here. And it will conduct through that, as long as it's not metal. So we have a perfectly recessed area here, or if we really wanted to, we could just trace something dead flat and lay it in this area. I'm going to try that. So this may seem a little strange, but I'm going to use this lid here. So I have some matte vinyl wrap that I'm just going to stick on top of this and see how that looks. So you can do that, or you can plasti dip it as well. So that's how that would look when you glue it down. So I'm not concerned with permanently mounting this at this point, but that gives you an idea. You could do something similar and it would look pretty clean. But yeah, it will work as is. Just don't want to put a lot of weight on that unless you're going to like metal reinforce it from the rear, which you can decide to do, or you can put some JB weld all around there. But I kind of want to test this out, make sure it all works well, and then I may come in here and make it a little more permanent if I'm having any issues with this. But you get the idea here. That looks clean enough. So that's what it'll look like in the car. You get in, you just lay that in there. Rubber mat will hold it and it will get caught by this lip, and if you turn, it will get caught by that lip. It should, at least. So it's secured in here. The rubber mat will hold it, but if you move back and forth, left and right, it will stick to that. Pretty cool. So next up, we want to remove this. Use the adhesive to lock down the charger on the back side to line up. Lines up perfectly. Now we'll take the supplied harness, plug it in. There's a fuse. I don't mind sacrificing this connector for a clean install. Now that we did a spade connector, we can connect red to red. Brown to black. These are protected. So that'll just plug straight into the car as it was, and they'll feed this perfectly. We'll just have to tuck this excess wire down into the cavity. So I'll just cable manage this a little bit. Okay, so we'll put the key on now and see if we get wireless charging. Boom. Wireless charging. That mat is extra grippy. If you're beating on the car, I could see it possibly coming forward, but if it goes this way, it gets stuck by this lip here. If it goes this way, it wants to get stuck by this lip here. It will go only so far back and it will come so far forward. That mat is extra grippy. If you really had to, you could put a couple stoppers here, but that feels perfectly fine. If you're driving normally, it should be perfect. If you're beating on the car, spirited driving, you may want to just set it aside while you're doing that. But here, I'll remove the phone. I'll bring the camera over actually. So that's what it looks like. I'm actually impressed with it. It looks pretty clean. You put your phone down, it beeps, and you're wirelessly charging. Take it away, put it on, has a beep. And it's wirelessly charging. It's not a fast charge, so it's like a 5-watt charge, not a 10-watt charge. So if you're on a long trip and you're just Bluetooth streaming, etc., it should just maintain your battery. If you leave it for, half an hour or so, it may bring it up a few points, but it's mostly a battery maintainer. Or if you're not using your phone at all and it's asleep, then it'll bring your charge up. But there you go. So of course you have to sacrifice your cigarette lighter, but not a big deal. Most people only use that to charge their phone. And you always have another one in your center console here. I put a wireless charger in my X5 and a few people commented on the lack of options for the E90. And I thought of this, I'm like, well, hey, that's perfectly sized for the newest generation phones. It's just boom, get in the car, don't even think about it, charge and you're good. Extra grippy, doesn't move around. And I don't think you have to worry about reinforcing that back panel too much. I think I did a clean job. I'm impressed. So that'll conclude this video showing you how to retrofit wireless charging to your E90. I think I'm the only one to have done it this way. If this is the first video you're catching of mine, consider subscribing. I do upload regularly. Thanks for watching.